opening moves, which is a prequel to the upcoming like major event called Armageddon game. I think that's what it's called. Let's see what the last page of this one says. And I like these because they show you the different covers on the back. That's my favorite. It was more of an expensive cover to buy. Yeah, so the Armageddon game is what this is all leading up to. And this last time I think I covered issue 1 of this where they go see Leatherhead / Crane. Sorry, my room's a mess. I didn't get that one ready, but so that's the first one of that issue. Right, and that's the oh, it connects? No, it doesn't connect. I thought it connected, but it doesn't, unless there's 2 Rat Kings, which I don't think there are. So that one's pretty cool. They go into the mind of, on this one, they go into the mind of Baxter Stockman, and they go into his recent past, where he had a confrontation with good old Hob. And they get in a scuffle, and he attacks him, and they talk smack to each other, and he fight, like Baxter's trying to make these mutants, so he destroys them. He's like, I'm not gonna kill you, I'm not gonna stoop to that level. And Baxter's like, yo. And then he goes into Madame Null, who is pretty rare in this book, but she shows up every once in a while. And then they go into her mind, which is pretty tight. Now I thought she was like the devil, but apparently she's like a alien. So she does look like that because she's an alien from Dimension Z, as opposed to Krang, who's from Dimension X, and they talk about Krang. I guess she was royalty, but then they're trying to track down this lady who has some kind of what is it called? Not a resonant or remnant. Not that. Something like really old that they need that's magical. I wish I knew the word. But anyway, so apparently she's got some powers. So this is all new lore to the Ninja Turtles. This current series, we don't know anything about this person up until this issue. No, but so you're finding out that she had a cousin. That's her cousin. I guess they're all horned species, and he's like, man, I'm more confused than I was before. Now, if you don't know, this is Shredder's good by this time, and he made a pact with Splinter to watch over his sons. Now, these two of the ongoing series are pretty freaking tight, especially this one. Now, old school Ninja Turtle fans recognize this scene from the first movie. This actually made me cry a little bit, because if you know, Splinter's dead, right? And pretty dark. It's pretty interesting though how he goes, which I kind of forgot. They're fighting this big ass demon. Which one day I want to collect. I've done it a few times, but then I've had to sell them. I would spend a bunch of money on purchasing the hardcover books, and it would just be like in order, the whole series. And that's not even just, I'm talking about the mini series, the macro series, the micro series, any side story. They were all in canonical order, which was amazing. But yo, this one, number 132, I gotta show y'all the scene. So they're training. Shredder's been training them. That's what's happening here. They're learning how to fight on the spiritual realm. They're using their powers and stuff. It kind of goes into, it reminds me of the 2003 Ninja Turtle series whenever they that lost season. Whoa, that's just cool. They put the covers on the back of this one too. So Leo has to get, and it's cool because it goes into sacred geometry, it goes into numerology a bit. Leo has to conquer Dark Leo, which there was a period of time early in the series where Leo was brainwashed and he had to work for the Shredder. But Leo has to use that. But then Splinter comes back as a Force Ghost or something in the fire. And he talks to them. But right here, I had to look at it for a while, but look. And then it's specifically who is it? It's Leo and Mikey. Now Mikey had like they both love their father. Like all of them love their dad, right? Because they're all crying. But seeing how, see, that's Raph and Donnie. But Mikey and Leo really took it the hardest because Leo has all the leadership stuff. He's like the father now. And Mikey, he had this thing with his dad. Like they were really close. They kind of not got close whenever Splinter had to take over the Foot Clan. That kind of put some distance between them, and then they had like this heart-to-heart in the Macro series, I think, of Mikey, where he was trying to get the kids out of the Foot Clan because Splinter was training them to be foot soldiers eventually. But they ended up like being cool with each other eventually. They forgave each other. Mikey was the one to change Splinter's heart a bit, to soften his heart whenever Splinter took over the Foot Clan when they killed Shredder the first time. So Shredder did die and then he went to hell. But when he was in hell, he went through this whole other journey in the miniseries Shredder in Hell. And then he kind of redeems himself and comes back and he helps Splinter destroy this big demon dragon that was being awakened. So yeah, it's a comic book. Because Kitsune was the witch who was kind of trying to bring back her father, but maybe I forgot if she like regretted it at the end or. And so now they went to their old lair, and at the old lair we found out. And I believe it was the Free Comic Book Day book. But these are clones of the Ninja Turtles. Somebody cloned them. We don't know who. I think it was either Noel or Baxter Stockman, somebody. But I think we see in this one, and Venus is watching them. It's like an ode to the original cover. Oh, they even put the original comic book in the back. But now they go into the sewers. They don't go to the church. But they're like different. So they have the same names, but then they use different weapons or something. It's weird. But it's pretty dope. The OG ones in the back. They reprinted this one so many times, the original one. I've read it so many times. And they've done it in different renditions. Like they did a little Lego one, I think. Which I have somewhere. Yeah, so that's my Ninja Turtle update. Sorry if y'all don't like Ninja Turtles. I love them. I updated myself. Let's see.